make a purchase. And that is where I'm going to start today, is to show you. First of all, I want to show you my two favorite tools that I use to do research for Etsy. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay. So first, this is eRank. Okay. So erank.com, and let me open up my chat so that I can see if there are any um questions as I'm doing this. Let me make sure I have my chat open. So eRank is is actually my second favorite tool. My first favorite tool is Everbee. Okay, so this is Everbee and this is eRank. I'm going to talk about eRank first, and what data you can get from eRank. eRank and Everbee, they offer a lot of the same things, like for keyword research and different things like that. Um, but I find that as far as researching keywords for what's trending on Etsy and what is out here and what's popular going on Etsy, I think that eRank kind of takes the number one spot as far as keyword research. And then Everbee has I think, the advantage as far as product analysis and listing analysis on Etsy. Now that's just from the way that I use them. This is how what I feel like has been the best for me. Okay. So um and let's see. And then I want to go back before I start talking about the different aspects of the eRank and Everbee. I just want to say that if you have not been with us before to talk about why it's important to have an Etsy store, the number one reason that it's important for you to have Etsy store is to use Etsy as a lead magnet for your website. And you do that because Etsy has a built-in audience that comes with it. People come to Etsy to shop. Um, it's like right now, if you wanted to go and open a store in a mall, nobody might know that you exist. But when you go and set up in that mall, all those people are coming to that mall to shop. And they may be going to that mall to go to Dillard's or go to Macy's or to go to whatever little store that's in the mall. And they walk by your little cart and like, oh, hey, this is cute. Let me go check them out. So that is what Etsy is. Etsy is a marketplace that shoppers come to find products. They don't necessarily know who they're coming to Etsy to buy from. Some of them do if they've already made previous purchases. But if they coming in just looking for a product, they don't know who they're going to come across until they type those searches in. And then what eRank and Everbee help you do is to be able to rank so that when they type in a certain search term, that your store will pop up in front of them, your listing will pop up in front of them. So eRank and Everbee both have the options for you to integrate your actual store, to sync your store with their platform so that they can give you specific data that is related to your Etsy store. Both platforms have that feature. And so right now, what you're looking at is the dashboard from when I sign in, and I am an eRank Pro member. So I do pay for the data that I get on this platform. I pay for both eRank and I pay for Everbee. Um, they have different tiers that you can subscribe for. They also have free versions. Now, the free versions do not give you as much information or insights, but they do have a free version that is available for both platforms. Once you get on there, you can kind of see it. Once you start trying to look up certain things, the different restrictions and things that you may have on those platforms. I will go more in depth on kind of some of the restrictions when during the boot camp, but right now I just want to highlight some of the main features that I use in eRank and Everbee. Um, where you're ranked on Etsy nationally in the US and then globally. So right now, the last time, let me just do a current check. Um, that Okay, so right now on Etsy, as of the 2022 stats at the end of the year, there are more than 7.3 million US sellers on Etsy. Now, Etsy is global, so primarily in the UK and the United States. So out of this ranking out for me at 86,000 is out of at least at the end of 2022 out of 7.3 million sellers on Etsy. So I am ranking really good and I am you know set up for my store to be visible and ranked on Etsy. Now, that doesn't mean that all of my products that I put on my Etsy store are like at the top, and I'm going to show you that. So right now you'll see where it says shop stats, right? And it says active listings 82 and then spotted on Etsy. Now, this is where we're talking about getting ranked. And this is synced and updated daily. So this is within the last 24 hours. And what this basically does is say that this is showing that 17 of my 82 listings have been spotted among the first 100 listings for Etsy. Okay. And this tells me when I click on this basically tells me where that is. Okay. So if somebody, this was the search term, this is the search term that's being put in. And then this tells me um, what's coming back for where my product is listed. So for custom 3D shirts, this listing of mine is on the first page in position 11. So that means when you go to Etsy and you type in a search term, it comes up and you're going to see four listings across. That means that you're going to see mine within the first two rows. Okay. So this is custom 3D shirt, custom basketball, and you'll see just as I scroll down that these are my listings that are ranked on the first pages. And statistics show that primarily when people go to any website or e-commerce platform to make a purchase, they are generally going to purchase within the first one or two pages that they look at. They're not going to keep going to pages 3 and 4 typically. Um, so when your products are showing up on the first and second pages, you have a lot better conversion rate. Okay. So this shows me what is being searched, what search term I ranked for, and all of that. So, and where my products are listed. So I can actually see that my products have, moved up. Um, like my bootleg, today was the first day that when I looked on eRank that these shirts have ranked my bootleg listings. And what I do is I actually list my products more than once. I list them in different ways, and those are things that I'm going to go into in the boot camp because I do um, I do different variations of the same product because you don't know. One, it's just like this one. You see, there's an image here, and then here there's a mock up. Okay, so you don't know what is going to resonate with your customers when they're looking at products. You don't know that. So you want to do different variations of your products. And tomorrow during the boot camp, I'm going to actually go into how you do that and the reasoning behind that and what that'll look like for you. Um, the other thing on eRank that is key is our keywords. What is trending on Etsy right now, right? What are we when we are when people are going to Etsy, this right here basically is telling you the top things that are being searched for on Etsy right now. So that would be here where you're saying it says gifts for her, Christmas, jewelry, unique holiday gifts, gift newborn, sweatshirts. So this one is of interest to me that this is at number 6 because I have several listings that are for sweatshirts right now. So and as you can see, it says that this is up. The change on here is set up by 78. Okay. So this shows that this is sweatshirts is on the rise. That means it's sweatshirts basically when it says a change of 78, that means that prior to this this refresh that the sweatshirts were 78 places lower and now it has moved up 78 spots in the list. Okay, so right now sweatshirts and that's and I point that out because right now what's really relevant to us and the products that we do are the sweatshirts because that's what we want to know about is shirts and custom gifts and different things like that. And for me personally, I do want to see okay, now people are looking at sweatshirts. But when you go to these keywords, what when you actually click on it, now you can actually even look at more specific terms that people are searching for sweatshirts. And then it has a breakdown of those. Okay. So these are other keywords that you can use when you are creating your Etsy listing to and tomorrow in the boot camp, I'm going to go over how you actually use all these keywords and where do you put them at? How do you combine them? What do you do in order to actually make them be effective so that you get a higher visibility score? Because everything is run on an algorithm and a rating system with Etsy. And so all of these things help you to rank higher so that you have a higher visibility score. And now that I'm talking about the visibility score, now I'm going to go over to Everbee because eRank doesn't really do a lot to show you about your visibility score. That's where I want to go over to eRank. And this is where I'm going to actually show you some data about if you don't have an Etsy store at all right now, and your fear is like, how can I open an Etsy store and make any money right now? So I'm going to show you some shops that are doing it. Okay. Any questions right now? Okay. Y'all have any questions? I'm going to go dive into Everbee. And if y'all have any questions as I'm moving along, just put it in the chat and I will come to it, okay? All right. So this is Everbee. Now, Everbee is actually my favorite tool with using with Etsy. Okay. And I'm gonna show you exactly why. So right now, if you look right here, it says listings analyzed. It is at 41,820,000, over 820,000 listings are analyzed in this search, well, in just these listings right now. Okay. So now it's Christmas time. So let's, for us in our industry, let's put a search in for Christmas shirts. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. And this is a product and analytics for a Christmas shirt. Okay. So now when it brings me back this information, it's gonna rank what it, and it's interesting because I go on here every day, y'all. I am literally on Everbee every day looking and researching products. Okay. And it's interesting to see how the top products are changing and how the revenue is changing. So right here you can see what is the top product that comes up for the keyword, the product listing for a Christmas shirt. Okay. Then what I want to show y'all is, okay, so when we look at this first one says a Nana embroidered sweatshirt. Okay. The price, this is the shop that's selling it. This is the price. This is how many they have sold so far this month. And this is how much revenue they have generated this month with this product. Okay. Total amount of sales, reviews. This is on a monthly basis. Now, when you look at this, this tells you that now this listing is 13 months old. So what this tells me is that this says total sales. This has been this listing has been active for 13 months. So it was also active last Christmas. And something important about your listings is that as you have listings on Etsy that are doing well, you keep those listings activated and active, because what happens is those listings will pick up right where they left off every season. Okay. If you have ranked high and you have a top performing product, just like for me during graduation time with the custom stole, I have a best selling product for on Etsy. And so that particular listing, I do nothing to, even though it still say class of 2021 or 2022 and all that kind of stuff. It's, I do not do anything to change that listing. If you have a listing that is ranked and that is performing, you do not ever change it. Okay. You can make variations of it. You can duplicate it and make variations of it. But if you have a listing that is performing, you never change it, because it resets your algorithm. Okay. So this particular listing is 13 months old. So it has been doing, this one has been going um for over a year. It has been listed for over a year. And also what you can see is that this shop has been open for 22 months. Okay, so this is a shop age right here. Now, what I want you to see is that the listing right below that, what the listing age is on this is 1 month. Now, granted, this shop has been open for 9 months. This listing has only been up for 1 month. And in 1 month, this listing has made over $36,000. And this is for a puff print custom name t-shirt. Now, what you can do is then click on it and you can go and actually look at this, and let's view it on Etsy. So this says in demand. 101 people have bought this in the last 24 hours. Okay. This plain old t shirt or sweatshirt, this plain one word t shirt in How many days have we been in November? 10 days. In 10 days has made 36,000 over $36,000, and this listing has only been up for a month. Okay. So now we say, okay, but Chrissy, you said if I have never been open, this shop has been open for 9 months and I ain't open yet. Okay. I ain't even open. So now let's do this. Let's filter out. Let's go to the shop age. I'm going to say a maximum of 3 months and a minimum of 1 month. Okay. So now let's go back over here. So you have a shop here that has been open only for 3 months. This listing has been up for 2 months and it has made over $18,000 this month. Okay. What is it? It's an embroidered t-shirt. Okay, so maybe we're not doing it. Maybe some of us are not doing it. We are doing embroidery. So let's look at something that we might be doing. Okay, this listing right here. Let's go look at this one on Etsy, just to look at the pictures and see what it is. Okay. In demand, 30 people bought this in the last 24 hours. This is another embroidered t-shirt. I could see it's embroidered when I blew it up. Let's see. We don't want an embroidered one unless y'all are doing embroidery. Okay. But let's see. I want to get down here to a 1 month shop. These listings are 1 month. We're still at the 3 months. Here's a 1 month shop right here. Let's see what they are doing. Okay, this 1 month view on Etsy. Okay, we can look at this, and this is most likely a DTF sweatshirt with a DTF print. Okay, this particular listing has made $1,800 in 1 month. And this is a shop that's only been open 1 month. Okay. So when you look at this and you look at all of what Everbee offers, then you can look at this. This is showing that it has a visibility score of a 51%, which is not that great. Okay. And then what you also have access to through Everbee is to see how did they list this. These are all the keywords that they use to tag their product. Okay. And when you look at this, you can look at the keywords and the keyword scores. The keyword scores right here, when you see a higher keyword score, what that means is that there's low competition on that keyword. Okay. So whatever this one is that says the Nutcracker fan, okay, that means that less than 20 people have put in specifically the Nutcracker fan as a search term. But what that also means, because people look at that and say, oh, well, then that's not a good keyword. No, what that means is that people do search for that specific thing. And one of the things that you have to understand for Etsy, and we'll go into when I talk about how you're doing your keywords and things like that, is that Etsy does what's called a exact match, and they do a broad match. And I'll go into more detail with that. But the exact match part, I'll go into the broad match tomorrow. But the exact match part is for somebody who types in that exact phrase for the Nutcracker fan and the keyword score is 60. That means this listing is going to come up for that exact search. And when you put in when you get search for an exact match, you are most likely your conversion rate is higher, which means that if you match exactly for something that people search for, it's most likely you're going to get the sale. So that's what it means when it says your conversion rate is higher. And the competition on that specific um, search term is low. So that means there's not a lot of people that when they type that in that are going to come up for that search. So you would come up on the first page or the second page. Okay. So it's very, very important, y'all. And this, I'm going to go into a lot more detail about this in my boot camp, but I just wanted to show you all that there are listings that are 1 month old that are out here. This is still in the 2000s. Um, and then what I want to do is I can even break this down to price. Okay, so let's say most of our prices are going to be, if we're talking about like a youth shirt versus an adult shirt, let's just put in that our minimum price point is $15 because we want to look at things that are close to what we are doing. Well, the same things that we're doing. Uh okay. Yeah, Rashida, there are this is a paid subscription. The way that I get all of this information is because I'm on the growth plan, which is monthly. It's $29 a month. Um and then there's like you can pay yearly for it as well. Um what should I do if I can't remember my email address I used the first time I set it up? My business name is taken. You probably are going to have to contact Etsy and give them your personal information that you set it up with, and to for them to give you the email address that you to give you the email address. Okay. Can you have success without using paid Etsy ads? Yes, you can have success without using paid Etsy ads. I didn't use ads when I first started on Etsy. I didn't use any ads. About my first year on Etsy that my first graduation season, I didn't have any ads running my first season. I didn't start running ads until the second year. And when I do suggest that during this period of time, especially if you are a new shop, I suggest at least a minimum of $5 a day for your ad for the ad budget. Just start at $5. And I say that because right now, if you set everything up and you put your listings up, I am certain that you're going to get a sale that is going to cover that. That is $5, $35 a week. Okay. So if you have one product or two products that sell, it's going to cover that ad budget. And if you are scared, then wait till you start making some sales to turn the ads on. Okay. So what I did was I did another filter of $15 as the lowest price, as the low end price, and $50 as a high end price. Okay. So it's filtering that now. it's filtering the and it's filtering the shop age. Okay. So here's another 1 month. And what I want you to see right here on this project here, I mean, on this listing, is this is another 1 month age store with this listing is 1 month old. It hasn't even been on here long enough for Everbee to calculate a visibility score for them because it's so new. It doesn't have um the conversion rate here. We don't have the views. It has had 54 favorites, but it has sold 60, it's done 65 sales in 1 month and made $1,600. And this is another sweatshirt that, and see, what most of the time, what you see when you see this shop is taking a short break. Most of the time when you see that is because they have gotten overwhelmed with the orders that have come in. That's why we're not seeing any data because they've put their shop on standby. Or they may have been put on stay on vacation by Etsy because they're not fulfilling like in a decent time, because I'm seeing this little these stars right here. Um and Etsy can take action on your store if they don't feel like you're fulfilling. Okay. That's another thing you're afraid of. And that's understandable. That is understandable. Now, another way that if you don't want to pay any of the subscriptions, or if you don't, to actually do the research for your Etsy and different things like that, another good way to determine what's trending without even looking on eRank or looking on an Everbee is to just go and type in your shirt in a search. Okay. When you start typing in, I type the word Christmas in there, right? So what is these are the things that are being searched for: Christmas stocking, Christmas ornament, Christmas gifts, Christmas sweatshirt, right there. And how Everbee also works is that if you go on Etsy, once you plug it in and you go onto Etsy to go look at different products and go look at the listings, you see how it has these listings here and then it have the little B right here? From right here, when you're on Etsy, you don't actually have to be on the Everbee program. If you do the Everbee plugin, which it'll prompt you to do when you sign up for Everbee, it'll prompt you to do the plugin. And so now you can just go straight onto Etsy, put in a search term, and now I see this is a bestseller, right? So I can just click on the little B and all the information is going to pop up over here. So this listing has been up for a month and has made $1,800. Visibility score 100%. And as you can see, it's at the very top. And then I can go look at their keywords and see what keywords they put on here. I can look at their whole listing and analyze their whole listing. Look at their keywords, come down here, and this tells me all the other little stuff. They use all 13 tags. Does it have variations? Yes. Customizable? No. When is it made? Made to order? These are all of the little questions that you answer as you're making your listing for Etsy. So this plugin gives you like all the information. I can also go to their shop And this is another shop that has only been open for 1 month. 1 month, and they have 813 sales. So when people say, can I open an Etsy store now and still make money for Christmas? I just showed y'all the data to say, yes, you can. Okay. So, are there any other questions? And that's the thing, Felicia, is that you want to make sure when you say that's what you're afraid of, make sure that the products that you're offering is something that you're able to fulfill. Doing a shirt or a sweatshirt with a DTF print, that should not be too taxing when you consider a DTF print is, you know, 7 seconds, 30, 10, 15 seconds, and you're done with that DTF print or screen print transfer or whatever. I do suggest that if you're going to offer certain things that you already, that maybe you have like, you do something basic where you have certain shirts or the DTF, a few of the DTF prints are already there and on hand. And as you get orders, make sure that when you set, a lot of times what happens is that, I know for me, Etsy tries to, as you're setting up your listing, they encourage you to do certain things that will get you better placement. Okay. One of those things is to offer free shipping. One of those things is to have a faster turnaround time. But what you want to do is make sure that you are setting up your listings realistically for yourself. Always, if you gotta put, it's gonna take you 7 to 10 days to get that product out, even though you may be able to do it in 3, put 7 to 10 days on there. Put a realistic processing time, because Etsy does also have the star seller program where they are actually evaluating, are you shipping things on time, and your customers will review things like that. So me, I'm gonna tell you right now, Chrissy got, I have a 5.0 as far as reviews, star reviews, but on time shipping and replying to messages on time, yeah, I've hit that. I've gotten my star seller badges, and I've gotten the star seller stuff, but when I start getting busy, like those times kind of stretch out. So be realistic about what you can offer and what you can handle as far as actually production side for you. So, Felicia, you say that's what you're afraid of, is that you start getting all these orders and then so be realistic about how long is it going to take you to do that. If you got to put 7 to 10 days, put 7 to 10 days. You you under promise and over deliver. Okay. So when they say, you put on there it's going to take you 10 days, and then they get that product in 3 to 5 days, they're going to be review 5 stars. They said it was going to be 10 days, but it came so quick. The shipping was so quick. Okay. So what about if you do your listing and you don't have inventory in stock at the moment you get an order? What would you suggest? That's why I say that you need to put a longer processing time. So if you don't have the stuff and you're waiting, because I know that's another thing, you're a small business, maybe you don't have money to go out and get inventory up front, and you need that money from the sale in order to be able to purchase it. Well, once they order, within 24 hours, the money will be in available to deposit. And then you can deposit it. You can say deposit it, and then the next business day, that money will be available in your account. And then you can go and get whatever you need. So that right there is a 2 to 3 day process. If they ordered on Friday, you're not going to be able to get that money until Monday or Tuesday. So that's why it's very important to make sure that you are putting realistic processing times in your listing. Okay. So that's what I wanted to show y'all. I am going to go into a lot more detail about these things tomorrow. I mean, I
And I
gave
was just
y'all
about to stop you, Coach Chrissy, because I was like, well, dang, listen, the amount of game you gave away already tonight for the free 99, I was over here taking notes myself. Coach Chrissy, I had to message you like, hey, you are on fire. I don't know if you saw my message. You are on fire. All of this data. And I told you I was gonna tell everybody my story too. But I got some good news too. Coach Chris, you remember I had 2.5 stars?
Uh-huh.
As of today, I got 4 stars. 4 stars because of our community on my Etsy store. Listen, I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. But what I want to do right now is wrap up a testimonial right now for what Coach Chrissy just gave us. So you remember when I told you that I've had a lot of success for several different seasons. I've taken breaks from Etsy for a year and two at a time, come back as a brand new store and been able to do what Coach Chrissy did. Let me tell you what I didn't have though. I did not have a coach. I did not have the analytics. I have my, what I understand from business and what I understand from trend research and that sort of thing, and even some optimization. But these tools did not exist for me. And even if they did exist, I'm just now finding out about them. Coach Chrissy's teaching me about these optimization tools. So if I had had the coach and if I had had the information, if I had had the tools and the implementation of that tool, like I'm looking at this right now, like, shoot, I ain't made no shirts, in a couple of years for the holiday season. It's about that time. I want to get into it just because I know what Coach Chrissy's saying is real. The evidence is there. And I just want to test. Like, I wonder how many shirts can I do this season? Because I think that if I apply what Coach Chrissy's saying, I'm going to run out of fingers, run out of hands, run out of little nieces and nephews to help me like elves in the shop this Christmas season. But that's how your Christmas season can be. Anytime I've opted to do a Christmas season, I've opted to do it on Etsy. Yes, I have my Shopify store as backup. What I do is I have my listings on Etsy. I have the same listings on Shopify. Listen to what I'm saying. So even if something kind of gets struck on Etsy, it's over on my Shopify store. So when they say, hey, where's that, so and so, maybe it's a kind of Taylor Swift design and you don't want to put Taylor Swift on Etsy. I'm just telling you that right now. So it's over there on the Shopify store.
Swifty. Don't put Swiftmas.
Don't put Swiftmas, none of that.
Oh, that is another good thing with Everbee is that when you connect it to your store, Everbee actually does the trademark search for your listings and tell you if any of your things are trademark.
That's
yeah,
good.
so
So
does
what happens when you put Grinch inspired and it's a picture?
yeah.
Spider-Man inspired. You know how we be doing with that
They
inspired
still
stuff.
can
Like,
be,
we better get out of
yeah, they can still get deactivated. And
yeah.
what I, on that note, one of the things that I had decided I was going to share with y'all tonight is something that I haven't shared before. But I wanted to just show you all that when I say Etsy is a lead magnet for you, because a lot of times you may put up like she said, you put up a listing and maybe it got deactivated because of copyright infringement or something on Etsy. Okay. So, but a lot of times what happens before people buy, they go and search, right? And they favorite your listing. And so for me, who had my shop in 2022 shut down because of stupid stuff that Etsy did. But people had already favorited my listing. So when they came to back to go to the favorite and it showed that my shop was on vacation, they started sending me messages. Also, a lot of times before people buy, they want to ask you a question. Okay. So when they ask those questions and they come and send you those messages on Etsy, that's your opportunity to get them off of Etsy and send them to whatever platform you want to process that actual order on and say, hey, and what I usually do is say, hey, I answer their questions and I'll say, and I can send you a custom link that'll give you 10% off of that purchase if you'd like me to send you that link. And then I send them a link from my store. Well, some of you all know that I started out with a Wix store, not a Shopify store. And so I have had a Wix site, I had my Shopify store, and I did PayPal invoices. Okay, so I was invoicing on PayPal before I got like my Shopify set up and all of that. And so one of the things I wanted to show y'all is that consistently on Etsy right now, during not peak season, like during peak season, I make like 4 or 5 times what I typically make on Etsy from is about 1,500 to 2,500 depending consistently on Etsy. But what I wanted to show y'all was I'm not gonna show y'all like all of my numbers for my whole business, but I am gonna show y'all what I process on PayPal. And the reason that I was sending a PayPal invoice is because they came on my Etsy store, they sent me a message, and then they either purchased on Etsy and then I upsell them. I did an upsell and they purchased more stuff, and then they purchased those things off of the PayPal invoice that I sent them. So I'm going to show y'all my PayPal, um, my 1099K from my PayPal processing for 2022. Okay.
Oh shoot, we got
Well,
receipts tonight. Ooh,
yeah.
that's just
I'm
one
I'm
receipt.
not
One
I
receipt.
don't want anybody to think
Shoot.
um because a lot of times, you have people that are telling you all this stuff that they've done, but they never actually show you that they did it.
Come on,
Okay.
Coach
So you don't
Christy.
even,
I,
so you don't
I
even know
said
that
you was
this is
spilling the
real.
tea tonight. I didn't
And
know you
I
was
want y'all to know that
spilling the
I'm for
tea
real.
tonight.
Okay.
Come
I just want
on.
y'all to know I'm for real.
Come
So
on.
and it got my address and stuff on here. So I'm just trusting y'all tonight that I ain't gonna have nobody knocking on my front door. Okay. But this is my 1099K from 2022. So y'all could this is just what I process on PayPal. So total transactions processed on PayPal were 100 over $100,000. Okay, and that's just from PayPal transactions. As you can see, of course, May, July, those graduation season. So you see those numbers of increase. But this
Mm-hmm.
is when I, got them off of Etsy and got their information and sent them an invoice through PayPal and they paid. Okay.
Hmm.
So, and then of course, like you see June, May, June, July, that's all graduation time. And then December. Last year, y'all, I didn't even have listings up for Christmas. I didn't do anything Christmas related. I didn't have, this is the first year that I have actually gotten some Christmas listings put up. This was just when people coming that had purchased from me, or they were buying stoves or graduation type gifts, because that's what I had on my store. And then, or people that asked me for a custom, a custom shirt or something because they knew that I had did something. But this is just what I processed through PayPal. This is not what processed through my website or anything. This is just what processed on my PayPal account. Okay. So I just want to prove to y'all that, I'm not just saying these things. Like, this is real life and what is really going on in my business.
Yo, Coach Chrissy, I didn't know it was doing this tonight. Listen, I'm over here cheesing because I know when we talk about some things, and I want you all to know who don't know Coach Chrissy's backstory. This is one of the avenues of when we have commercial processing, or basically how people can purchase with us online. You got your Shopify that can do payments, and then you got multiple ways Shopify can take payments, right? You got the Shop Pay, you got Klarna, you got
Mhm.
Affirm. So they all issue 1099s. This was
Right.
just the PayPal 1099. This was not even the Etsy
That's
1099.
not my Etsy sales. That was just my
So
PayPal
just
process.
PayPal.
And I
So
did
I
have
don't want y'all to be
Klarna.
trying to like do all her calculations in your head, But if that was the stuff she did from upsells on PayPal, you can imagine the type of success. And this is without the tools that you have been literally learning and mastering those tools. So even
Right.
without those tools, your natural sense of marketing, your natural sense of understanding how the market works and what the market wants and how sales work and how design works has even improved since then. So
Oh,
I want to number one commend you so much, Coach Chrissy, because I know what you are able to do, and I know that you're able to make more money not sitting in the room with us. This is what I understand from this. Okay, so when you take 2 hours and you sit down with us, that's 2 hours you could have been analyzing a listing and easily making $2,000. Period.
mhm.
I want y'all to understand that. So when we have resources like this in the room, same as with City, same
And
as
I
with
want y'all to understand that we spent 4 hours in a meeting today going over the offerings that we're going to be bringing to y'all. So this
yes.
isn't is the time that I put into the academy is not just when you see me us coming on the screen. Like
Mhm.
we literally, so we sit in hours of
Yep.
meetings together all week to bring you all the best content that we can.
And on top of that, like we are really like, I don't know if other people do this. Other people may sit in meetings talking about how much money they can make off of their people. We sit in meetings like, hold up, hold up, hold up. We got Shopify stores out here. We probably have single-handedly in this academy helped get more Shopify stores launched than anybody else's craft group. However, I'm looking at it like, what aren't we doing? Wait a minute. Our people ain't they not selling yet. They making 0 to 500 a month in their stores. What can we do? So Coach Chrissy came up with two plays that are gonna help y'all. One play is happening this Saturday. That's the Etsy play. Okay, the Etsy play is get your Etsy store going and rolling, build your email list because the reason why we're not making money is because we don't have contacts to sell to regularly. Okay, you are going to not only be able to make money in your Etsy store, Coach Chris is teaching y'all two things in one. I don't know if y'all caught those gems. She just told you number one, get your Etsy store together, make sales on your Etsy store. Then part two is bring them over to where you own the data, which is your Shopify store. That was
And
two plays
tomorrow
in
I'm gonna
one.
also go over a couple of other things because for social media, and I'm gonna give y'all a gem tomorrow that you might be really surprised has been the number one lead generator as far as social media. And it's not
Mm,
Instagram, it ain't
mm,
Facebook, it ain't TikTok.
what?
So
Let's okay. Well, you got my curiosity now too. So I told everyone if you all were able to make it to the end of this session, which unfortunately or fortunately for Coach Chrissy, because she didn't gave y'all some extra time tonight, we are coming to an end. But I wanted to make certain that if anybody right now, if you're already in Coach Chrissy's boot camp for tomorrow, go ahead and drop a one in the chat. If you already locked in, if you're a Shopify Pro, or if you have already purchased that course, you are already locked in. Some of y'all got a real good mistake coupon. Like y'all gotta listen. I got chewed out a little bit on that one because I was like, I don't even want to mention what the coupon was because I got in trouble. Okay, but listen, it's okay because I had to honor my word. Tonight we have one more opportunity. Anybody want to lock in that has not locked in yet? It's a $197 course. If you want to lock in and you haven't locked in yet, go ahead and give me a two. So I see already we got Danielle, Mashonda, Samela, Janetta, Pamela, Felicia, Sharon, iPhone. I think that's Coach Dez right there. Coach Dez always
yeah.
logging in his iPhone. Van Teresa, let's go, Van Teresa. Nicole.
No, it's a wrap. That's not included in the Craft to Quit program.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the shop. If you're Shopify Pro, then you're locked in. If
If the new cohort,
the
because
new
the other
right the
the last cohort already got an Etsy class. But if you took the last Etsy boot camp, okay, you know how we have Photoshop classes every single Wednesday and we doing Photoshop every single Wednesday, but every Wednesday we're bringing something different, something that's relevant to the season, something new, something that's going to help you grow your business. It's the same thing with Coach. Anytime Coach Christy does a marketing one-on-one class, or when she does a school contract class, or she does her Etsy classes, I don't care if you've taken it 4 times, just like the Shopify challenge. You want to be there in that room because what Coach Chrissy does is she's gathering and gaining and improving her knowledge. And every single time she does an iteration, because this class only comes around once every 60 to 90 days. So every
Mhm.
60 to 90 days, she's bringing you, okay, here's the new tea on Etsy. Here's the new keywords you want to look for. Here's a new methods you want to employ in order to get this next step. So it's different. So even if you've taken the Etsy bootcamp before, you're going to gain something different. Okay. So I see
And
some
let me
people that
tell you,
still want to
this
get in,
one,
Coach Chrissy.
yeah. So Shauna said, will it be different from the first? So the core of the boot camp is going to be the same. You're going to have the same document. You're going to have the same. But what I'm going to show you is going to be specific to this holiday season. I'm going to go into more detail as far as ever be E-rank. I'm going to tailor um I'm going to tailor the content. I'm going to tailor the
Mhm.
content to what is relevant for right now. Okay.
Right.
So
So I
it,
would say this is
they're
almost.
always different because
Mhm.
a lot of times I'm feeding off of what questions are asked, what people are
Mhm.
asking me. So they're always different. The core of it is always the same because
Right.
some information never changes. It's going to be the same. But the strategies are always going to be different. The strategies are always going to be different. The information that I actually share, that because I'm sharing in real time what is actually relevant keywords, tags that are relevant for right now.
Mhm. And here's the other thing. Just like we give you all templates, how much time do y'all think it takes? I know we call them 5-minute templates, but do y'all think it takes 5 minutes to create those templates? I mean, y'all might think, I'm the GOAT and I can create templates in 5 minutes. It don't happen like that. Coach Chrissy puts weeks of time into preparing these things for us so that it can be something that we absorb in less than 2 hours. Okay. So I want y'all to understand that sometimes you're not paying for a 2 hour class. No, literally, you're paying for the information that is going for the time that it's going to save you, for the money that it's going to save you, and for the money that you're not going to make if you don't take this class. So I don't want you to ask how much what's the cost of this, because the cost is what's it going to cost you if you don't do it? How much is
And
it
for
going to?
my ride or dies that are in every class that I do, y'all know, y'all can testify and say it's always different.
Yep.
And I always try to throw in a little some extra for y'all that you're not expecting. So, I can't say for sure, what I may have up my
Oh, y'all
sleeve.
know for sure. Y'all know Coach Chrissy over delivered, just
Uh,
like me. Be sitting there extra time. Look, don't let her play you. You know she got some extra for you. I'm gonna drop this code for customer happiness. This code is for 25% off. It will not be live. Oh,
she always in the door.
look, look. She's just so calm. Y'all, isn't that Coach Chrissy's mini me? Hey, hey, sweetness.
I don't know how she escaped, but she say, hey.
Look, hey, hey. Oh, she is gorgeous. All right, so listen, don't let the beauty and the cuteness distract you from your blessing, your 25% off blessing. Y'all better go grab that coupon. Because after when we end this live tonight, the coupon code will no longer be active because this class is going on tomorrow. What time is it starting, Coach Chrissy?
I'm trying to get somebody to come collect the baby. I've
Oh,
been
let me help you out. What customer happiness need? We need you. Okay, so tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all got time to do your little errands tomorrow, whatever you need to do, your little shopping or whatnot. Go to the little one's baseball game or whatever was going on right now. Get home, get settled, and when I tell you get your notebooks, have everything on pause, all the noise in the background. Just tell everybody to just leave you be. Because at 7 o'clock, you got a date with Coach Chrissy, okay? and she is going to take you through the process that's going to help you scale an Etsy store. Now, I know a lot of times we do these little beginner classes where we help you set stuff up. This ain't that, okay? This ain't that. This is strategy. This is how it works. This is, you thought you knew, but you never knew. You never knew it was behind them curtains. And Coach Chrissy's going to break it down for you and help you understand how to do the research yourself. So she's not just feeding you the fish this one time and you know what, now you're gonna need the rest of your fish for me. She's literally teaching you how to fish for yourself. Customer happiness didn't drop the code yet, my loves. They might not have seen it in the chat there. Let me put it here. Boom. Oh, y'all want that code? Look, y'all over here about to scrap for this. Excuse me. My hands are here. My hands are here now. I don't mean no harm. I don't want no violence. Coach Chrissy, they about to beat me up by this code. What did you do? It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm on my boot camp. All right, ushers, aka Coach Des. So that coupon code is there for you. Before we leave tonight, though, oh, that's the thing, Coach Chrissy, I wanted to share. So my Etsy story.
Right.
Okay, first I got to put on a sad face. We need to cue the music. We got to cue the music. Okay, so I did not consult with the one, the Coach Chrissy, the Etsy guru. I did not. And shamefully, I was on Etsy. I had not been on Etsy other than to sell physical products and quite some time, about 2 years. And I posted a product. I thought I was gonna get on Etsy and they was gonna love me like y'all love me on YouTube and like y'all love me in this Facebook group. And I got on there with my little half-ass instructions. And my people were no longer my people. They turned into my nightmare. I started with my little 5-star reviews. I put one product that I put for super cheap. And I got a whole bunch of 1-star reviews because I was not like Coach Chrissy said, you can get on there if you want to and don't communicate with these people. Boy, yeah, for real. Y'all listen to Coach Chrissy. So anyways, whatever happened, I ended up with some 1-star reviews for some products. For one product, that 20-cent product, mind you, a 20-cent product. Basically, it was a free product. It was a negative. I paid for that product because I paid for advertising. I let these people get this thing for 20 cents. The listing fee is 20 cents, mind you. And then I have to pay whatever little fee, when they pay me, I got to pay the credit card processing fee. I paid for a freaking 1-star rating. So anyways, let me tell you how my community came in and they loved on me and they helped me and they saved me and how Coach Chrissy is going to help me turn this all the way around. So I had to come to my people with an irresistible offer. I said, all right, my people, I got 3 AI classes I'm going to do for y'all. Look, we're going to go ahead and set it up as a bundle and you all can rate me. I hope that I'm 5-star for you all, okay? Now it's finally open where you all can do the ratings. I didn't even know this. I guess it opened up today for the review. Y'all, Coach Chrissy, can I share my screen? Let me see. Let me see if I have the right. I want to because I was gonna get on here and tell my sob story, right? Because I wanted y'all to see my 2.5 stars. Like I wanted to get on here and be transparent too, but I wasn't gonna get on here and show y'all my 6 figures from PayPal in 1 year that is only a fraction of my income. Listen, I was gonna get on here and show y'all them 1 stars, not no 1K, but some 1 stars. And I must say, my people. Hold on, let me share my screen because I gotta let y'all know. When I say we got a tribe, we have a tribe. Okay. All right. So this is my little 61 orders, y'all. This is what I did with my little 61 orders. I heavily discounted my AI classes because I felt like if it was valuable for you all would come in and you all would show me value. And we had a deal that if we get 150 5-star reviews, because that'll actually give me 5 stars, because I did the math, y'all. I went over there and I did the math. And because of how many 1-star reviews I had to get 150 5-star reviews So I said, okay, I'm only going to sell 50 of these bundles because if all 50 people rate me, then I have 150 listings because I gave y'all 3 classes pretty much for the price of less than two. $40 for 3 AI classes. 61 of y'all, before I got a chance to even cut it off, 61 of y'all purchased that bundle. So number one, shouts out to the greatest to ever do it, and that's the Innate Academy. Like y'all are all the way live. Y'all were like, we got you, we got you. By the end of that session, not 24 hours. Let me tell y'all about y'all. Let me tell you about the power of our group. Let me tell you about the power of what we have the ability to do. Y'all went in here and in a 2-hour session of me telling y'all, being transparent about my failure, you all scooped in, swooped in, and purchased in that 2-hour session those 61 orders so I could go ahead and cut that thing off. I cut it off. So now we have enough people that can get the 150. I told you the next step. If we get 155 stars, that I was going to go in. Somebody sitting in the waiting room right now. I was going to go in and open up the past, 4 AI classes for you for free. Because I know that you all really showed up for me and I'm going to show out for you. So now that that's open, y'all have the opportunity to get in here. But listen, Coach Chrissy, let me show you my little store. I got to show you. I got to show you what was over here messing me up. Where's my list? I don't even know how to get to my listings no more. There it is. But y'all see, I got 4 stars now. Like, look, I had 2.5 stars less than 24 hours ago. The people was hating. All right. But that's all right because they deserve to do that. They didn't get what they expected. It's my job to listen to my customers and fix my stuff. But what happened was I had life going on, family chaos. Y'all know that was around the same time I had to take off almost 3 weeks for family stuff, right? You think Etsy care about your family problems? Matter of fact, they want to go in even harder. They want to kick you while you're down. Listen, they don't care about none of that. This is business. And Coach Chrissy is here to show us how to run it like a business. So this was our strategy here. And this strategy ended up helping to kick up the ranks of the store. So when she says she knows what she's talking about, the proof is not just in the 1099. The proof is in the pudding of the success she's helped others to get. Okay. So I want you to understand that too. That's her goal. Her goal is not to just make money off of you. Her goal is to help you make money so that you become the proof that's in the pudding. That's what we're all here for as coaches. We're not nearly as good as the next success that we can create. Okay. So we could do it one time. That's a one-time deal. But Coach Chrissy is able to help us rank. She's able to help us create beautiful products. Y'all see what she does on Wednesday classes? She's the mind behind most of the content that we even do on Wednesday classes because she's in these Etsy streets figuring out what's trending for y'all. So if you want to know how to go ahead, Coach Chrissy.
I want to show y'all something else because something that I have told y'all is don't be afraid to and I had this conversation today with a guy who is he he's a manager at a truck stop. And so he's seen my products. He wants to, you know, talk to me. He's connected with how to get my products
El
into
creepypasta
get my products into this particular truck stop. And so I've been having conversations with him and
Wilmer
he's been
Sánchez,
different
siglo
things
I. Entre ellos tenemos
to me about pricing and different things like that. And so I told him he
El
really
creepypasta de Wilmer Sánchez,
and so
autor.
he wanted to give me like
Las cajas cavernícolas.
we got some.
No, I just removed it. I think it might have been somebody. Yeah, I just removed it.
Okay, let me unmute me because that muted everybody. So okay, so I had to have this conversation to say, look, this is my price, okay? And he was like, oh, well, the truck drivers that come through there, they might be cheap and they might not want to pay this much for a shirt. So I might need you to work on the prices. No, sir. The price is the price, okay? If I have to change my prices in order for them to purchase my product, they are not my target audience. Okay.
Exactly.
They are not
Exactly.
my customers. Yes, does it sound like a good opportunity to get my products into a truck stop? Yeah. To do a bunch of little DTF shirts and they purchase or whatever and they put them up in there. Yeah, maybe it's a good opportunity. But if my prices can't be my prices, then I
That's
don't
it.
want my products there.
Amen.
Okay. And so don't be afraid to charge what you are worth. I raised all of my prices on Etsy this year. I raised all of my prices. And so what I want to show you is that I raised all of my prices. Let me share my screen. Oh, it's disabled.
You might have
Screen.
kicked everybody out. Let me see. Let me see if I can make you. I gotta make you co-host or somebody. There
I
we
got
go.
it. Okay, so this is from my dashboard from this year. I blurred out my numbers, okay, but my percentages are there. So you can see that as far as last year traffic to this year, my traffic is only up visits 7%, 5%, right? My orders are lower than they were last
Mm-hmm.
year, 32%. But look at my revenue for this.
Hmm. Tell them for
My
the one
revenue,
time, Coach Chrissy.
my revenue is up 46% because
Mm.
I was had pricing my stuff lower the year before, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And my revenue was lower. So this year, yeah, not as many people ordered from me this year, but the people who did, they paid my price.
Hmm.
So my revenue is up.
That's
So
it.
don't be afraid to charge your price because the people that are your audience and your target audience, they're going to pay your premium price to get a premium product.
That's it. That's it. That's why if y'all missed that opportunity yesterday when I messed up that coupon code, if y'all missed that opportunity, that's not coming back. But we do have this opportunity for you to learn directly with Coach Chrissy. She's going to be screen sharing, showing you what you are going to be doing and tackling this specific issue, which is your Etsy store. That Etsy store is going to be driving traffic not only to your Etsy store, but also to your Shopify store. Okay.
And I
So
want y'all also to understand that this, if you all didn't know, while I was out, um, if y'all are new to the academy, then you don't know that I was out at the end of May through the beginning of June. I came back maybe at the end of June, beginning of July, because I had some personal things going on. My daughter got sick, but in that, the main thing was that if you all know anything about me and Southern Girl Creations and what goes on behind the scenes, is that my daughter is my production team, and
mhm,
she got sick, had to be rushed to the hospital, had to have emergency surgery, ended up with an infection, ended up back in the hospital for a couple of weeks. And I had to shut down production. I had to shut down production here for almost 4 weeks. In that, I had to refund
mhm.
all of my orders because I wasn't, I tried at the beginning to like design, do products and all that. But then my baby was in the hospital and I was like, you know what, bump this stuff. You forget, I'm not even finna try. And so when you see that number for me, it's a testimony for me and a blessing to me. And just to show that, you know, I've still been able to thrive because I lost 5 figures during that period of time. And so this number to show that my revenue is up after I had to refund um close to $15,000 worth of orders. Um, that is to show my revenue is still up because that took that out of my revenue. When I refunded those orders, it took that out of my revenue. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, we have setbacks, But if you set yourself up for success and you set just your, if you do things that I'm saying, that we're showing these boot camps in our classes, you still can be successful even when you go through like what I went through, a month of having to shut down, refund all my orders.
Yeah, and then this is when we get to be transparent with y'all about real life and what's really going on, and even the things that we have struggled with or we have failed in, or I won't say failed in, I'll say we paid the tuition for it. So we paid the tuition, so you don't have that same tuition to pay. Like the reason why we do this is to help you. We're not we can brag on one side, but we're also showing you the dark side of things. We're showing you what happens. Um, I don't know what happens, but me and Coach Chrissy be living some parallel lives somehow. But when something's happening there, something's happening there, and the whole point of all of this is that number one, you have people who can encourage you and who knows what it's like to be in this circle. You know, we talk about our circumference. This circle is like no other. I can tell you because I've experienced a lot of circles, and this circle is like none other. So I'm appreciative of that. I love y'all. When I say I love y'all for real, I love y'all for real. Secondly, we're willing to show you and be transparent with some of the things that are not the prettiest because we want you to know that it's not all pretty, it's not all flowery. And if we had had the opportunity for someone to help us and guide us and give us the blueprint, then we could have essentially been even further than we are right now. And we're even admitting that there are things that we're learning along the way, but we're bringing those things to you. Coach Chrissy's learning her marketing stuff that I've never even looked at. She's bringing it to the academy. We're bringing email marketing from Coach City into the academy. We're bringing stuff from Facebook ads to content creation and videos to business foundational things, Shopify, Photoshop, even Canva eventually, you name it. But the idea is, are you investing in what it takes to implement the information? Because we have so much information just on YouTube and in the back end of the academy for free. But what are you implementing? If your thing has always been, yeah, I can get the class, I can get the resources, but I'm just not doing it, that's because there's an implementation issue. And that usually stems from you not being confident that if you do the thing, the result will come. Okay. And a part of the coaches, the biggest part of the coaches is not just to teach you a skill, it's to help you be confident in that thing. So Coach Chrissy is here to build your confidence in your Etsy store, build your confidence in your marketing abilities, build your confidence in the products and the quality of the products that you're able to produce. So if you are looking for a coach that's going to help you build what you say that you want to build, then I don't understand why you're not in this Etsy class right now. Because I have a great feeling that the people in this class this boot camp are going to be able to show that right now y'all can get it for what, like less than $150. It's 25% off, $150 for $150. You can make that this weekend if you post something this weekend. I'm not lying to you. The first day that I posted something, when I created my Etsy store for the holidays, the first night I went to sleep and I just kept hearing these little cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-chings. I was like, what is that? I didn't have an online store forever. I've never heard cha-chings before. First night, because I didn't have these tools. I optimized listings by doing a whole bunch of research where my eyes were tired. I might have made money overnight, but that's because that was the first time I slept in 48 hours because after all the research I did to see what I could make. All right. And I think that what Coach Chrissy is offering is my 48 hours back. Instead of me sitting there with my eyes looking crazy for 48 hours trying to figure out what to sell, she could have helped me that in 4 minutes. 4 minutes telling me what keywords to do, what were my number one competitors, what are they doing, what substrates, what colors to offer, all of that stuff. Break it down. When I tell you I research. However, sometimes what we're looking for is not the resource that's going to make us all this money. We're looking for the resource that's going to save us the time and make our efforts efficient. So now my efforts are efficient. I tell y'all, I'm gonna set up some stuff. I'm taking Coach Chrissy's class. I'm gonna do exactly what she says. I'm gonna have listings up by this Sunday. Watch me work. Well, I ain't gonna do them. I'm gonna have my niece and nephew do them because they already started working on some designs. So I'm gonna have them make some designs. Emma Levi will be making some designs by Sunday, and I'll let you know. I sure will. I'll let you know whenever their products start selling. I'll screenshot and I'll let you know that Coach Chrissy class works. But y'all say y'all want to make 10K for the holiday, but y'all don't have no listings up right now. You don't have an Etsy store right now. Even on your Shopify store, if you don't have an email list right now of probably about 1,000 people, it's almost going to be impossible for you to do a 10K holiday with your email list. So if that ain't you, if you don't have at least 1,000 emails and you haven't been in contact with them, it's almost impossible to do 10K by the new year. Okay. So then what I need you to do is get into this Etsy thing so you can have this possibility of doing 10K by the end of this year if you get your listings optimized this weekend and posted on Sunday night. That means it's go time. That means tomorrow is go time. All right. So we made that coupon code eligible for what? It's 10 o'clock now. We're gonna get ready to. I'm not even gonna ask if y'all got any other questions because we've been doing overtime this week. We have that class. We have Etsy bootcamp tomorrow with Coach Chrissy. Some of you have Shopify Basics bootcamp with Coach Najla on Sunday. Then on Monday we got AI class, baby. And what I'll do, I'll give y'all till Monday. So y'all make sure I'm gonna send an email out, tell everybody to get their 5 stars so that we can get the AI bonus to you if we get those 150. So look, Coach Chris, if I get them 150, we're gonna be cooking this Etsy season. Let's go. So Coach Chris, anything you want to tell the people to get the mind right and ready for tomorrow? What do they need to come with?
Just come ready. Just come ready to say, I'm going to do this. Come with the mind that you're going to do this.
Like so what you're going to give them to do, Coach Chrissy, how much time, let's say they're going to do it, because they're going to be like me. They're going to do it on Sunday. We're going to make sure of that, okay? So we're going to have a check-in. We're going to have a way for them to check in the academy and say, hey, I did my work, Coach. I'm ready for this 10K holiday. Where you need me? Okay, so they do that. How much time do they need to set aside on Sunday to implement what you teach them on Saturday?
I would say set aside, I would tell you to set aside about 2 hours.
That's it?
Yeah. Really, okay. Okay, let me say this. Okay. If you have, because a lot of y'all, I know y'all in Shopify Pro, so you already have products. You already have product listings. You already have images of things that you can list. Okay. Right. So that's the main thing. The longest portion of it is you deciding what your product listings are going to be and getting the product images together to put up. That was always the struggle. My biggest struggle was to actually put the listing up.
Just list it, just post it. Okay.
Right.
But the homework itself is not going to take 2 hours.
The homework is between now and tomorrow. Decide what y'all want to list. Decide what y'all want to list. Come to class with what you want to list tomorrow. And then we will specifically use the things that you all want to list to do the research, okay, for those individual products. We'll see, are they trending? Are they really what you want?
Oh, you're going to break our hearts then. Okay, I need that because sometimes I need my heart broken because I need you to tell me, hey, Shannon, yeah, that's kind of funny. I would wear it, but it's not going to sell. Ain't nobody looking for that.
Okay, so like, for instance, I'll give y'all an example. Last year, I posted the ugly Christmas sweater with the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock with the, keep my wife's name out your mouth, put that on there. Ugly Christmas sweater. I saw other people had it on there in their stores. And so I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. That is so funny. I love that. I will put that up. Didn't sell one of those. And when I went back and actually analyzed the ones that sold, the ones that I was like, this ain't gonna sell nothing, but I saw other people had it on their store, so I put it up. So, like I said, it's not about what we think. And that's why it's important for you when you decide and say, okay, this is what I want to list. Do the research before you decide to list it. I am going to show y'all a product that is really trending right now. And I'm going to make some suggestions about design. Y'all, I'm actually going to tell y'all which products we already have in the academy that are templates of products that are trending on
Wait a minute,
right?
so Coach Chrissy, they didn't even got to worry about designing and stuff. Come on.
So we already have templates. We already have templates that you all can use for things that are trending on Etsy right now for Christmas products.
Mm.
So Sheena, that's for you. If you don't have products already on what to do now, I'm going to tell you what templates we have available right now today in the academy
Bet.
that are trending on it.
And you ain't telling me you're gonna be telling Emma and Levi, because I'm not flipping no templates. I'm gonna put the flipping princess and prince to work. And literally, I'm gonna come up because I'm gonna do the research, like you said, to come up with the theme and also the input for that. And I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna have Emma Levi each flip out 20 designs on Sunday, and y'all gonna be looking like, what didn't I do on Sunday?
I will tell you this, okay? Them kids be knowing what they talking about what's on sale. They own it because they on TikTok. They know what people like. My daughter, when I do a design, I always have my 12-year-old and my 24-year-old. So I'm covering them demographics. Come in, look at my design. And because I'll be like, oh, this is so nice. And they be like, change this because that's not, no, put this on there, change it to this, So them kids,
telling you,
we can't say, that popular saying of them kids, when it comes to their opinion about these products that we putting out, they kind of know what they be talking about. Okay?
Amen. So, and I think that also gets them involved because you're going to need help during this holiday season and I'm not going to say if, when you get the blessings that you're asking for. When I tell you, and listen to me, I'm going to give y'all a play right now that the kids probably don't want me to say. Don't get your kids Christmas presents. Y'all hear me? No Christmas presents. None. I'm going to give y'all a play right now. You have dependents, okay? And I'm not your tax strategist, but I'm telling you, go contact your tax strategist, your whoever does your books, your accountant, all of that, right? Ask them about this. You can write off almost $13,000 per child, tax-free to them and tax write-off to you. If you really want to do this, go ahead and tell them they can buy any Christmas present they want when they work for it. They can buy whatever Jordans they want when they work for it, and it's tax free. It is tax deductible to you, and it is tax free to them. Right now, we sitting here spending $5,000 on Christmas and can't write not one dime of that off. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Right now, we can take these dependents and have them work for the business. Let them take up to $13,000 of the profit that your business makes and write that off completely, dollar for dollar. Dollar for dollar. No more Christmas presents, no more birthday presents. I know I sound harsh, but what you're doing, first of all, they don't want the little stuff we give them anyway. Don't they be acting like they got an attitude when we buy something? Like it's a problem. It could be the exact James they wanted, but Mom, you ain't getting the one with the green streak on. I don't know. You said tens. I got you some tens from eBay. Like, what you complaining about? Let them buy their own stuff. And then you can focus on growing this business. They will grow up wanting to focus on growing that business too, because now that business will be their priority because that's how they get paid. Give them an affiliate link. You want your kids to really rock with you? Give them affiliate link. So when they rock their stuff to school, they have an affiliate code and they get a 10% commission on any order that they go get. Let them go get $1,000 order and earn a hot $100 that easy. Come on. Anyways, I just gave y'all a couple of pieces of extra game. We need to get up out of here. I was trying to buy y'all some time to use up this code because I don't know if y'all use it yet, but it's about to go cold. And if you missed the code, then yes, you must pay the full price for the class. But even that is absolutely 1000% worth it. So we got to let Coach Chrissy get some rest so she can be ready for us and all our questions that we're going to have tomorrow. All this game she's going to give us tomorrow. Let her get her rest. We will see you all 7 p.m. tomorrow. Coach Chrissy, I'm ready. The kids I have Emma Levi ready. They're already excited.
I know
I love me some Coach Chrissy.
baby's gonna get it too.
Go ahead and get yours on the computer too. Get them on the computers so they ain't got no time to be acting up. Look.
She don't like me right now because she grounded, so she might not.
Well, tell her to come in the room with me. Well, you know what?
Extra bad right there.
Is that so? That's not your 12-year-old, is it? Or she'll love me. Put her in the room with me. Put her in the room with me. With Doc. I got her.
Oh yeah, I done tried to tell her come in here and do this.
I can tell her come in. So this is what we need. We need like a Doc Shanon with the kids session, because you know I be a little corny, but they love me. I get them in there. I get them in there. All right, y'all. Well, this has been amazing. We truly do love you and appreciate you dearly. Coach Chrissy, what you want to tell them?
Bye.
Bye. Good night, y'all. Thank you, Coach Chrissy. We love what you did tonight. This was amazing. I got gems already. Thank you so much.
Y'all gonna have to vote me out of here. I don't know what's in